All right.
I feel like I should deliberately lose nose goes just because I'm so fucking good at it.
Well, always the person who calls it, it's always the first one. So it's kind of bullshit.
Naomi made sure to remind me before I came in here. So
that's good.
Love her.
Remind you what?
To do nose goes to make sure that I didn't lose.
Well, he still beat you to that.
Well, because he gave it to himself. That's not. Yeah.
How
generous. I
generous.
kind of volunteered for that one.
How generous.
Yeah. The only times that Steve does it is whenever he volunteers.
I'm just so fast. I'm just so good at nose goes.
All right, give us a damn good intro then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now.
All right, welcome to the podcast. Anyone who's watching, today I am Hat Girl, and I am joined by Kendall.
It's gotta be backwards.
Jones.
Actually, no, don't make it backwards. I like the Seinfeld logo.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm going to steal that hat, by the way.
You will fight me for it. Today I am joined by Kendall Jones and Fast Eddie's Billboard.
Yeah, I have like 7 Fast Eddie's shirts. I dug this one out of my deep in the drawers.
I don't think I've been there. Is that local? Is that around here?
I have no idea what the fuck Fast Eddie's is. I'm going to be honest.
Fast Eddie's is a pool hall. It's Fast Eddie's Billiards. And yeah, there was one. It's where Four Downs is now. But
I just went
it's
there.
not even a thing anymore.
It is, but it's a franchise. So
I just went to Four Downs to watch the UFC fight, to watch 272.
I used to clean those tables.
That place sucks.
It does suck. You're right.
I don't like that place.
Bar now, and it's very boring.
Dude, they didn't have half the beers on the menu, and I went there, and also it's a sports bar, so like have food, wings, fucking anything. And they were like, yeah, you got to go across the street to Wingstop to get food. I'm like, what the fuck is this place, man?
They used to have a delivery service. Like they would do like a thing where they would have someone bring them over. But yeah, they're owned by the same people as Poets.
It's a sports bar.
I feel like that's a compelling argument against a sports bar, but at the same time, I don't like beer because it just tastes like shitty bread water.
That tastes good. Well, you're not. You must not be white. White people love bread, dude. That's in our DNA. That's like bread and potatoes is what we fucking like for generations.
Right,
do you not get excited for Roadhouse?
Potatoes
I fucking
slap.
love bread, dude.
And I love bread when it's drenched in butter, but I would never want to drink a buttery bread, and I don't want to drink bread in general. Like that just.
You are white.
I am very white. I think part of the problem, though, is like, everyone has that one alcohol that they just drank too much of and it just made them really sick.
Yep.
That's hot sauce. That's Tabasco for me.
You're dumb. I did that with mayonnaise. Whenever I was a kid, I just got the jar of mayonnaise out of my fridge. I asked my mom if I could just eat mayonnaise, and for some reason she said yes. So I sat my booty down at the table and just got me a spoon and was eating.
Congratulations, viewers. Your sleep paralysis demon is now Baylie, sitting at the foot of your bed eating mayonnaise with a spoon. This will haunt your nightmares for an eternity.
That's funny.
Jesus Christ.
Is that why I've never had a sleep paralysis demon?
Yeah, you are the sleep paralysis demon.
I might have enemy.
That was so late.
We'll get there eventually. But yeah, for me, it was beer because I started out drinking rum because I thought pirates were cool. And then I was in a place where you could only order beer and you couldn't do anything but drink that night. And I was like, okay, so 3 beers is equal to 1 shot, and I usually start out with 4 shots. So I'll chug 17 beers on empty stomach, and that will get me drunk. And it turns out that gets you to wake up with vomit in your ear.
That's hilarious.
So now whenever I smell beer, I just immediately am like, I want to do the opposite of eat.
Ew.
Wait, the opposite of eat is throw up.
I thought it was poop.
Actually,
but yeah, I didn't mean throw
Sorry,
up.
I wasn't even really listening to half of that, and then I don't know. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Scusi.
Kendall caught me saying "scusi" at work the other day, and he's like, "You fucking Italian."
I am encouraging bigotry towards Italians in the workplace.
Hey, you know what's so funny? Bree was suggesting that I go to Ukraine, right? And she was like, "You could probably help people in Poland." And then I was like, "I don't want to give Steve the satisfaction of ending up in Poland."
I mean, it would be good for you to return to your homeland, though. See the roots of your people, and
Dude,
then be
honestly,
then be like, gross.
Gross.
Okay, so here's a question. Since we don't have a topic planned out this week, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We suck.
What do you think was the best invention humans have ever created, and why?
Baylie, you go first.
Those bullet trains. We should have more of them. They should chop with them.
Like the Japanese bullet trains?
I don't know, but you know, I have no patience. I think that we should have already gotten teleportation, you know, figured out. So bullet trains are the next best thing.
I feel like a really fast car would be the next best thing, not a train. I feel like that's a bit of a
But
regression.
that sounds very expensive.
Bullet trains sound really expensive.
Yeah,
I feel like
but
those are,
you know, I don't know. Then you don't have to drive.
Don't they use magnets?
how do those
What?
work?
I don't know.
Something about magnets.
What do you think it is?
What's the greatest invention?
The best invention.
The best invention?
And why?
I don't know nothing about best inventions, but I can tell you what the worst invention is.
What?
Plastic.
Elaborate.
It's bad. Dude, so I
Save
got this
the
theory,
turtles.
right? You want to hear this? Yeah, all that shit. But you want to hear this theory about like, I think littering is okay.
What? How
Let
does
me
that
explain.
make any sense?
I'll
Hold on.
make it make sense.
Nothing you ever say makes sense.
Shut up. I want to listen.
Bet.
I'm enthralled.
I think littering, the act of littering in itself, in isolation, is not bad.
What?
Okay?
No.
Stop cutting me off. No. So, dude, for thousands of years, human beings have lived with the natural world, and it doesn't matter how advanced a society got. We have always used tangible items that come from the earth, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's like processing metal to make, you know, bronze, or even later steel, it's still natural, right?
Yeah.
You can leave that. You can drop a piece of bronze, or
God, that scares me every time that happens.
is that a ghost?
No, I think that means, yeah, my Wi-Fi just went out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the lights are connected to the Wi-Fi, so
Your what?
Your Wi-Fi went out.
yeah.
Oh shit.
I
Are we
mean,
okay?
The lights are connected to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's how I control them from my phone.
Oh, okay. Man, I don't get the future. All right, so
So yeah, we're okay
Grandpa.
because the camera's not going directly to the internet. We have an editor.
listen to
Hi,
this.
Trent.
Listen to this. So like clothes for a long time were made out of like leather and just like cloth. Now
Yeah.
everything's polyester, and it's like a blend of stuff. We got plastic in our clothes, but like for thousands and thousands of years, human beings could live their day-to-day lives fucking dropping anything they want on the ground, and it didn't affect the ecosystem like in an awful way.
Yeah.
Everything prior to the invention of plastic would degrade, you know, like a lot faster than
Yeah.
it would. The Earth could keep up with that shit.
So basically what you're saying is littering in a vacuum is not wrong, but littering plastic
Yeah.
is wrong because plastic is damaging to the environment, and that's why plastic's the worst invention.
But also, I'm going to kind of go against what I said and say that even littering plastic is not that bad. I think the sheer number of people littering plastic is bad.
Okay.
Because even in there's a funny in the fucking Ron Burgundy movie, the Anchorman.
Yeah.
There's a funny joke in there where they're basically making fun of the '60s and how like they didn't understand, they didn't think littering was bad, you know, and so they literally just like drinking like, you know, out of a cup and they just throw it on the ground, like half-eaten burger, and they just throw it on the ground and keep walking. Yeah. It's a funny gag, but like that's literally how it was, and that's the way of thinking for all humans, like forever. It's like, oh, I'm done with this. I don't want it anymore. It's on the ground now. But
I don't
Happy
need this.
birthday to the ground.
Dude, exactly. It wasn't until recently, in the past like few decades, that we realized, oh shit, the type of stuff that we're doing and the amount that we're dropping it is actually fucking up the earth. So I don't think littering is that bad. I think, to answer your question, the greatest, the best invention that humans have ever invented is littering.
Okay, I'm still geeking out over happy birthday to the ground.
Yeah. All right.
But also, I think that is a compelling point. But I think...
Wait, can I comment really fast before we
go
get off
for it.
of like...
No, I don't want to hear your comment.
Okay, no, it's really cool though. So in geology, I love geology. There, I learned about this beach where the entire beach, it's not sand, it's like glass. Like, because like...
Yeah.
People just like throw all their like, I think it's called like, I don't know.
Is it where like the glass got like rounded out by the ocean and like
sea glass?
Yeah, I still wouldn't step on it. I still wouldn't walk on there. But yeah, it's so cool. Like it's literally just like just little pieces of glass, and it's like black and greenish, I think, and like. Yeah, it's weird, and it just goes on and on and on. But yeah, isn't that cool? I need to find a picture. I'm gonna Trent. I'm gonna get you a picture. I'm gonna find it, and we're gonna put it up here, and watch my description be totally wrong.
Fun fact: the opposite of geology is astrology.
I love them both.
What? Okay. How is it the opposite?
One's about rocks. One's about
stars,
skies.
Stars.
Wait, no.
How are rocks and stars opposites?
They go hand in hand.
Up and down.
You know, stars sometimes are just big rocks.
I'm pretty sure they're big balls of
Astrology,
fire.
Sometimes you can see a planet.
We'll have to fly to a star to find out.
No, because you can see Mars in the sky, and we consider it a star, and that's a big fucking rock.
Who the fuck considers Mars a star?
It's a light in the sky. It's used in astrology.
It's influential on our being and stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it a star.
It's not a star, but he's using the wrong words. But
it's a heavenly body.
Wait, what is Mars? Mars,
a planet?
Mars.
You have a heavenly body.
Thanks.
Mars is like our conflict resolution or something, right? How we handle shit.
Should we send Mars to Ukraine then?
Yes. Yo, I
Only
bet
if
if we drop Mars on Ukraine, the Russian-Ukrainian conflict would be over in an instant.
Yeah.
If they were like a Capricorn or something, maybe, because like they're the business ones.
If all of Ukraine is a Capricorn,
not all of Ukraine, like Virgos and Capricorn, like
I'm pretty sure all Russians are Leos.
Don't make it an Aries.
That actually gives me a question.
Because the Aries are hotheads. They're known to be hotheads, right? That's the stereotypical thing of them, right? We don't want any of that. We want to simmer down.
Hey, so you know how like in astrology, like you basically like group types of people together with the labels of the thing, right?
It's not really a good idea, because if you know your whole birth chart, it depends on the rest of your birth chart.
Here's my question. Do entire groups of people, i.e. like nations or just large communities, share similar? Can you do that to like an entire group of people? Like you were just saying, like, what if fucking Ukraine is a bunch of Capricorns? Like the average, you know what I'm saying?
Well, so the majority of like serial killers are like either.
That's a large community.
Yeah, that's it. That is. They live very close to each other too.
Yeah.
What is it? It's Sagittariuses, Virgos, Gemini, and then I think one more. Surprisingly, like.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then
I'm a Sagittarius.
Maybe. Oh, and Aquariuses. Don't kill us, Steve.
No, I will.
Wait, are you
no,
an Aquarius?
I will. I'm a Sag.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, are you?
That's what they call them. I'm a Sag.
I can see you being a Sagittarius. My sister's
actually,
a Sagittarius.
no, we talked about this.
Sagittarius is really well.
We talked about this. I am actually on the cusp, so I get to choose.
No, you don't get to choose.
I'm between Sagittarius and Scorpio.
Oh, you're definitely more Sagittarius than Scorpio.
Oh,
That sounds
definitely.
like something a fucking Pisces would say. What
I'm
are you?
a fucking Leo, bitch.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm a Leo Gemini.
Okay, so
What?
back on the original
My
topic.
son
though.
is Leo. My moon.
Your son? You have a son?
Yeah.
Baylie
And
had a
my-
baby?
I've never met him.
Yeah. One time I was doing a what if I was pregnant scenario to Steve, and he didn't hear the what if, and he's like, "You're pregnant. You're pregnant.
Oh, I also
You're
just do
pregnant.
that-
You're
Fired.
pregnant. You're pregnant." And I was
To
like,
be
"No,
clear-
Steve, I'm not pregnant."
I also just do that because it's funny. Like sometimes Baylie will come in, I'll be like, "You okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm just having a bad day." I'm like, "What? You're pregnant? Congratulations!"
I'm like, "This is how rumors start." Like,
Yeah.
Hey guys, Bailey's pregnant.
surprise! This is how we're announcing it.
But you didn't hear it from me.
See you, sister.
Okay, so back to the original topic though.
What was the original topic?
What is the best invention?
Okay.
I like the astrology topic better.
Me too.
I think the best invention that humans have made is the internet, because it's like the printing press on steroids, and the fact that it gave people. Let me finish.
The internet is so terrible.
Let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Rude. It gave people instant access to information, and it also gave everyone a voice, which is something that people never had before. But
That's also going to lead to our downfall.
let me finish. Let me finish.
Cyberbullying.
Let me finish. I also think the internet is the worst invention people have ever created because it gave everyone instant access to information and gave everyone a voice, and that's never happened before.
Yep. Love the Facebook scientists.
I'm not saying Ted Kaczynski was right, but wait, no, that might be what I'm getting at.
I feel like you've like screamed that he's right.
I got in trouble one time bartending with a state trooper.
Who's Ted? That sounds like a serial killer.
He was the Unabomber.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was expecting out of that.
Yeah.
There was this one time I was at the bar and the state trooper was talking to this one dude that like worked at the local university, and they were talking about Ted Kaczynski, and I was like, "Yeah, that dude was awesome." And they were like, "He was a domestic terrorist." I'm like, "Yeah, but like, did he really do anything wrong?" And they were like,
Did he bomb people?
He bombed people."
Yeah, that's wrong.
And then they complained to my boss, which at the time was Dustin, and he laughed.
Oh gosh. I really like John Krasinski.
Not as cool as Ted Kaczynski.
Yes, he is. He's cooler, dude. Like Jim Halbert.
All right. Has John Krasinski ever gone into the woods and wrote a giant thesis statement while at the same time completing like 27 different technical projects? Because that's impressive.
Was this guy like part of a movie or something? There's like too much about like did he bomb someone or did he write a book in a forest?
Steve really likes him because he thinks like he's really smart and really cool, even though he killed people.
Yeah.
No, actually, I just think it's funny that we have a
little
dude
concern.
that.
I can look like the
Yeah, you probably
Dude, he
could pull off
talks
the
about him all
Unabomber
the
look.
time, dude. Like you do, you love this guy.
I like
You
how I
talk-
mentioned him like 12 times in the year that she's known me, and she's like literally all the time. I talk
I
about.
swear to God. Yeah, like 2 days ago, he was like, I don't know what. You said
can't-
you were going to do something, and then you were like, and just scream, I think Ted, whatever the fuck is right.
John
And-
All right,
Krasinski.
okay, first off, that wasn't 2 days ago. That was 1 day ago. It was yesterday. And second off, you can't
Point
blame
proven.
me for that because Bree was the one that brought up Ted Kaczynski being right. If I'm standing there and someone's
What
like,
was he right about?
and if I'm standing there and somebody was like,
I want it to be explained.
if I'm standing there and someone's like, Ted Kaczynski was right, and I'm like, rad, dude, you can't be like, Steve, why are you bringing this up right now?
What was he right about? Like, did he solve a math problem or something?
No, basically he wrote a giant schizo. Well, so first off, he was a Harvard professor that the CIA used in the MK Ultra experiments and zoinked him with way too much LSD. And then he went crazy and had a vision, and then went in the woods and wrote this giant paper about how basically the internet and the progression of technology will lead to all humans wiping ourselves out.
Yeah,
And
I feel like that's common sense. He didn't need an acid trip to fucking get to that answer, bro.
Yeah, then
what
he,
a fucking loser, dude.
Then he mailed a bunch of bombs that didn't really work that well, and then he got arrested.
Yeah, what a fucking loser. He sounds like every fucking incel ever that like just gets mad at the world because they found out some truth that everyone already knows and they think they're special for thinking it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Ted Kaczynski slayed pussy before he went to go live in the woods.
He was a Harvard professor, bro.
Yeah. How do you think there are so many like attractive women that pass Harvard classes?
Dude, I don't think there's a lot of consent going around in Harvard fucking beds.
Yeah, I said slay.
Oh, jeez.
The valedictorian in my class went to Harvard. Fun fact.
Boy or girl?
It was a boy.
Oh,
he definitely is fucking his professors.
His last name is Sexton. Isn't that fun?
Is this guy just a self-fulfilling prophecy, bro?
Hey, you know another funny last name? My ex-boyfriend's last name was Cockerham. So now Jake only refers to him as the cock guy.
Why did you date him?
I don't know.
The last
He went to
name
Europe
reminded
for
her
2
of,
weeks and didn't tell me about it. It was wild. I was like, why is his phone not working? He was in another country.
More like cock blocker ham.
his last name reminded her of her two favorite things: Cocker Spaniels and ham.
Oh, okay.
One time, me and my best friend Cheyenne, she was dating a guy with the last name Cunningham. So we had Cockerham and Cunningham.
Cunt and Cockerham. I hardly know her ham.
Was his?
Oh my God! An even
Was
greater
his
thing. It's so
coming?
funny.
Cunning?
His
Fuck.
mom
Cunningham.
almost
I thought
named
she
him
said
Holden.
Cunningham.
She said Cunningham, but I said Cuntingham.
Oh,
Did you hear that?
I like the idea of Cunningham.
No, we ignored you.
What were you saying? I wasn't listening.
Go ahead, try to say it again.
His mom.
All right, so anyway.
Okay, so let's move
You'll
on.
want to hear it. You'll want to hear it. His
All right, we're ready.
His first name was almost Holden.
Holding my cock in her hand. Oh, dude, change it, dude. Change it, dude. Dude, people with fucking stupid names, change it,
Oh,
bro.
man.
It's so easy to change your name. It's so easy.
Doesn't it
Do
cost
it.
money?
No.
Oh, fuck
It probably
yeah.
does. It
I
does.
know. When I was in the
No, it costs
military,
money.
Some
Oh,
dude
I'm gonna
changed his
change.
last name because he thought that would sound cooler if he made his last name Snow.
Princess
He
Banana
had like a
Hammock.
regular last name, and everyone's just like, "Bro, that's fucking weird."
Dude, I hate the fact that we can't choose our names. I wish that our society was this type of society like when you turn into an adult at 18, you just choose your new name. You just choose
at
your
18,
name.
it's like you are legally allowed
Yeah,
to change
you have your
name if
kid
you would
name.
like.
Your kid name that like because your
Your
parents have to
slave
call
name.
you something when you're a slave to your parents, they have to call you something, right? They're like, "Hey, fucking boy," you know? But once you turn 18, you're like, "Well, fuck you, Dad. My name is cock in her hand right now." Fucking
Can you imagine a baby named Kevin?
my dad's name is Kevin. Sometimes I see his baby photos and I'm like, "Yo, where's your mustache?"
You ever have someone like announce what they're naming their baby, and you're just immediately like, how do you already hate this
That's
kid?
why I want this program. When I become president, the first thing I'm doing is enacting a law that like whatever name you fucking have in your first 18 years of life, it cannot be the name the rest of your life. You have to change it.
You have to. Why?
Yeah, what
Because-
if you like your name? What if you just lucked out with a cool name like Steve?
That's a boring name. I
Be
like
the
my
best
name.
Steve you can be.
My name is so unique, but I want to just try out other names, you know?
Steve in the morn, Steve in the eve.
Steve's a nice name if you're like minimalism, because it's like the most basic name.
Okay, then find another minimalist name like
John.
John or Jeff or
John's lame. There are way too many
Michael.
Johns.
Steve is lame. Mike, yeah, that's a good one.
Do you have another middle name?
I have two middle names. Can you guess it?
Michael?
You can't. Kendall Michael Jones. Michael.
Michael.
Hey, go get Michael.
Michael.
Go change your name to that now.
Dude, I will now.
Oh,
Because it's
man.
free. It's not free.
One time, my granny called me like Natalie, and I was like, "There's not even a Natalie in our family. Who are you talking to?"
Just someone she met at the store.
Oh, goodness, she got to that point in time like where like you'd go home and visit her, and like you're like, "Hey, Granny, how you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, just waiting for my time."
Jesus.
This lady, she had a DNR like just taped up onto her bedroom door.
Why don't, dude, people like that, I'm sorry if this is insensitive. Just kill yourself.
They wouldn't let her.
Okay.
That's so rude. I
put-
just want to die. Can I just not take my medication?
No.
They put
No.
mittens on her hand.
You have
Put
to
mittens
just-
on her hands and like corner proofed every countertop.
all the scissors are safety scissors.
Yeah.
It was terrible. So like my aunt had a wedding on the property,
Please
right?
kill
and so
me.
they brought out Granny for like the pictures and stuff. But they like left her in the wheelchair, like facing the house.
Oh my God.
I was like, y'all turned Granny around, like let her look at us. And then like she can't see any that far anyway. And I was like, y'all are so rude. That's terrible.
Dude.
Granny. I'm not even related to her actually. I was telling Naomi about it.
So you're just bullying an old lady.
No, I was the
I mean,
next
what
one.
else is
I was
new?
like, me and my sister was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Let's turn Granny around.
Let the old lady join us. I don't care if she can't see us and doesn't know who we are or where she is.
R. She
She's
said
like-
R like a
she's like-
pirate.
I'm sure that's really pretty if I could see it. She said.
I just
My
picture
granny was hilarious.
them like wheeling out the lady from SpongeBob that's like, "What? You're selling chocolate?
Yeah.
And her just like looking.
chocolate.
I remember chocolate.
And I just picture-
always hated it.
I just picture her looking Baylie in the eyes, being like, "Please, kill me. I want to die."
Give
they're
me
just like-
chocolate first.
They're just like, "No, Granny, it's okay. You're gonna be fine." I know that's terrible. I want to go. No, Granny, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna live for years and years. No, God damn it.
She was 99. But
Damn.
yeah, I have her ashes at my house in the Lorne.
Oh, so she ended up killing herself?
No, she.
Oh, good for her.
No, Baylie killed her.
She died during like the COVID times.
Oh, damn.
Not
from
from
COVID?
COVID.
Oh.
No.
Dude, they would fucking slap it on as COVID anyway. That They kept doing that shit.
No, we had
Well,
to
yeah,
postpone
except she got killed by a
her,
murder.
like
Oh.
funeral thing.
Dude, that actually happened. I saw this news story of like someone who actually like got hit by a car and died, and then it says cause of death COVID.
That's
Funny.
hilarious. Well, no, you see, the driver of the car was on the way to the hospital because they thought they might have COVID.
Yeah, so ultimately the cause of the death was
Yeah, it was COVID.
colonialism.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
I was
going.
going to
We're
try
rocking
and think
and
up
rolling.
stuff, and then I realized that I could download Elden Ring instead, and I have not done anything productive for the last 12 hours.
My friends, I got like 3 buddies that all play Elden Ring, and I don't play it, but I've been like sending them like Elden Ring memes and stuff like that, and they've been enjoying it. So I'm contributing in the meme department.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's honestly almost more important than playing the game. Is
Yeah,
just
because they
laughing
need
at the memes
they
from
need
it.
the moral support.
Yeah,
'Cause they're not having a good time right now.
I'm having a great time, but I'm not doing good. I spent the last 12 hours getting my teeth kicked in the game.
Yeah.
Fucking, but I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's like it's like those weird dudes in Discord that want a girl to step on them, except instead of a girl stepping on me, I want a weird Japanese man named Miyazaki to just put his foot on my face and just kind of dig it in a bit.
I need to get
this
back
is
to
my
playing
kink.
The Sims because someone got mad at me at the bar the other day because I didn't make them on The Sims yet.
You should You should have sim slapped the fuck out of
What
them.
the fuck kind of world do we live in?
I'm really good at it. I'll like Facebook stalk these people and I'm like, let me like the chin angle and like cheek and
Sometimes,
nose size.
sometimes
You're
they'll
creepy.
Sometimes they'll be in their
Chill.
bathroom and they'll look out the window and she'll just be like taking pictures. Like I did it for The Sims.
It's just easier this way if I
Like
have the
while they're
physical
sleeping,
copies.
just like sneak into their room and take a picture of their face.
No,
Yeah.
while they're-
Different angles.
They
They're
wake
all
up.
like
They
the
wake
old
up.
timey. Look at what are those called?
Polaroid? You fucking child.
They wake up and she's just like
Old timey? You said old timey.
Yeah, no, they are because they're
Jesus.
coming back. They're like trendy now.
Okay, they're gonna wake up and she's gonna be measuring their feet with a tape measure so she can get right for The Sims, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" And then she's just gonna pull out a container of mayonnaise and start eating it with a spoon.
Jesus.
No,
I am
and
your
then
sleep
they're-
paralysis demon.
And then they're just gonna be like, "Oh wow, that's actually really good." When they see the final product.
The mayonnaise with the spoon, I would not say that.
The mayonnaise with the spoon. God damn.
When
I'm
you
gonna
meant
make
The Sims,
myself.
I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna make myself in The Sims, and I'm just gonna have like a jar of mayonnaise. Like,
Just carrying it around at all times.
And
it's like every time they move to a new room, here comes Baylie into that room too.
Instead of like potted plants on your tables, it's just jars of mayonnaise everywhere.
It's the centerpiece on the dining table.
Yeah. This is my beautiful mayonnaise.
And here's my picture of mayonnaise on the
Yeah.
wall.
This is it's like this is my painting I just bought. It's a Hellman's.
all right, I'm not changing the topic, but
Please do.
so in Escape from Tarkov, they have like really good eating animations, and one of the food you can items you can eat when you like start to starve to death in the game is mayonnaise, and your dude literally just takes the lid off and drinks it.
Oh my god.
And the funniest part is like one of the effects that it gives your character is the pain effect.
Like a hurt stomach.
It's painful just
Yeah.
hearing that.
Yeah, the thought of drinking mayonnaise is painful.
Dude, you know what?
It's
You
better
just
than
remind me
Minecraft.
Of in The Sims, you can die from embarrassment. Like if you pee your pants in front of people, and then even
Just
if
like
you're
in real
alone,
life.
you'll die of embarrassment. Like you'll just fucking like
There was a guy that I knew that did actually die from embarrassment. That's a real thing.
yeah.
Yeah, in high school, like he
You
got
mean like a heart attack or something?
no, he got pantsed and got so
You-
embarrassed he hung himself.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you need a reason. You need a real reason. That's a good joke though.
Steve, that's really it though. There's got to be something else going on.
That's it. Yeah, no, there's always something else. Dude, I love the Minecraft eating animation where you're just like
It looks like your dude's just whacking himself in the
Yeah.
face with it.
just like breaking shit apart in front of your face. Dude, I've been slamming
appreciate
Civilization
Minecraft.
lately. I've been fucking playing Civ 6 like crazy.
I fucking love the Civilization games.
Me too.
I always feel stupid when I play them because I'm not particularly good at them, but it's a great way to like accidentally kill 48 hours.
Dude, for real. Dude, there was one time I was like, oh, I'm just going to play for a couple hours. It was like late at night, and my bedtime's like 3 a.m. anyway. And so I was like, it's like midnight. That's fine. Fucking played it, like blinked a couple turns later, and I look outside and it's bright. And I was like, ooh, it's 7 o'clock.
Baylie looks shocked at the time.
Yeah, dude, we've only been talking for 30 minutes.
Honestly,
my
Is that a good thing
God.
or a bad thing?
I mean, I guess it's good. It's just
Bailey's
That's wild.
I'm
Wild.
I'm out of shit to talk about.
no. We've just talked about so much already, and
That
I'm
is
just
true.
like really, really surprised that we have not like killed more time by now. And I mean, like that's cool, but like maybe we're all just like fucking, and it's all just real fucking
Yeah,
fast
we're just
today.
cracked.
Maybe that's just you.
Oh, fucking, did you guys ever see
fucking. We need to get that out of our fucking our vocabulary.
that? Yeah, I've been trying to get better about not swearing as much. Not
Dude, it
because the
sounds so
internet, just
ridiculous sometimes because
Yeah.
you're just like, oh yeah, and I was playing with this, and I was this fucking kid over here, and someone's like, you fucked a kid, and I'm like, no, dude.
that, or I'll be like talking about something innocent, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I really like this this show. It's about this cute thing, and fuck, and they're just like, that doesn't fit with the rest of the sentence.
Also, the other day I was with Vincent. We went to paintball, and there obviously it's paintball, so it's like kids everywhere, and so we were just walking around.
Shot the shit out of them.
Dude, yeah, whatever. But we were just, shooting the shit, and I said the word fuck like 6 times in one sentence, and there was like a family with a kid there, and I just remember feeling so bad. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't control it.
It's not your job to like
Dude, I've been
watch
yelled at.
yourself in public. Whenever you bring your children in public, like, you know, you have to understand that those kids might hear something that they typically don't hear in their household. So like,
I mean, yeah,
chill.
but I still think that like it's polite to be considerate.
definitely
Well, I'm not
more
gonna go
polite.
run up to a kid and just be like, "Hey, you little cunt," and then
will.
like,
I don't even like the curse on stage and stuff like that, you know? I mean, I do, but that's just because my vocabulary is like that.
Yeah,
But
I
I
don't-
don't like it.
Yeah, I don't try to deliberately curse on stage. It's just so ingrained in my vocabulary that, especially like, because I used to have a really bad stutter, and before I learned how to get
Today,
rid of,
Junior.
before I learned
I
how to
was
get rid of
just
my
about to
stutter,
reference
I
Billy
just
Madison.
before I learned to get rid of my stutter, I just learned to replace the stutter with swear words. So instead of catching up on a word, I would just say "fuck" in the sentence.
That's how Samuel L. Jackson did it. That's why he said. That's why his catchphrase is "motherfucker." Because I think it was like around the Pulp Fiction era. He was just like he couldn't recite his lines and stuff like that, and he actually had a bad stutter, and he's just like you know what, fuck, and then it like went away, you know.
It does work. It makes you stutter less because you feel pretty powerful when you scream it.
No, it's just like saying or but it instead of like being a filler word or like a filler
Sound,
just
it's
sound,
an actual filler
it's
word.
a word, so your brain thinks that you're saying something productive.
Yeah, when you're not, you're just filling space.
Exactly, it's bad.
So y'all know that scene in Billy Madison where he's throwing dodgeballs at all the kids?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he really was like actually hitting those kids like that hard, and
Good.
like the director had to like stop because the kids started to cry and their parents were getting mad.
Bro, if I were that director, I'd be like rolling.
Yeah, he
If
was
I was
like,
that
"Nah,
parent, I'd be
hitting
like,
kids
"That's
are fun."
hilarious."
Yeah, I'd be like, stick with it, sweetie. You're gonna make it someday.
Get us that paycheck.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that one show, Kid Nation?
Yeah.
That's
was
the only
so
time I
fucked
think
up.
of.
Nation, y'all. No, dude, Kid Nation. My wife and I watched that like last year when we learned about it from JonTron. Is that where you learned about it?
Yes.
Yeah, and he did that whole like a couple episodes on it, and
Dude, it's hilarious. By
we
the way,
watched it, bro.
I love JonTron. Like,
Oh yeah, me too. Obviously.
honestly, he has some of like the funniest things I've seen on the internet.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that like I'm always surprised by how low his subscriber count is, you know, because I'm like oh, it's just JonTron, like he's been around for fucking like 15 years, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who JonTron is, and then I look at how many subscribers he has, and it's like, oh,
Who is that?
am I?
You definitely know him because he's in so many different memes.
He's been memed so much.
He creates so many memes by just being hilarious. Like one of my favorite ones is the you could do that,
yeah.
but why? Why would you do that?
Probably one of the most common ones
All right,
is just
I'm
him
gonna
going,
look
what?
Yeah.
You know?
Ooh, he might be me.
I mean, I learned about JonTron from Game Grumps.
I actually learned about JonTron from the Flex Tape video.
Flex tape. Oh yeah. I saw this boat in half.
Bam!
You did not put that boat back together with just Flex Tape. I don't believe it.
Dude, I miss Billy Mays.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays here with another fantastic cocaine addiction.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
No,
You got neighbors, dude, don't you?
yeah, but I also have
He
a
lives on
noise
the
gate
end,
to keep
too.
it from
True.
maxing out.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
yeah, but I have upstairs neighbors.
Oh.
Fuck you guys.
You whispered that. I hate when people like whisper yell. You know, they're like, you
I
know,
don't actually want to yell at my neighbors. I have to fucking see them on a daily basis.
dude. It's like just do it. Just yell.
I don't see any of my neighbors. I pretend that they don't live there.
My neighbors pretend I don't live here.
Yeah, like they're sitting out on the porch, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, a bunch of my neighbors have like young kids and stuff because it's like an area that has a lot of families, and then they look at me, who obviously is poor and have a fucking face on my hand, and they're like, "Kids, stay away from that guy. He's a fucking weirdo."
You went to prison.
Someone recognized me from like the podcast, like on my TikToks or whatever. They were like, "Are you on a podcast with the guy with like the faces of tattoos, like the tattoos of faces on their arms?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." Like, I didn't realize how
which
many
one was he?
faces.
Which one
you
were
have.
they were referring to?
The one with faces.
Faces. Your right arm. Your entire right arm.
I don't know if you have faces on you. You have at least one face.
I got at least one face. I do have tattoos of faces on me.
See?
Yeah. But it doesn't
have
show.
none.
I don't think you guys have ever seen it.
I know she wasn't talking
Because
about
it's on my
me.
penis. No, it's not on my
But you might have been talking about Kendall.
No.
No, I've never shown
Dude,
never
look
shown
at
my
how
face
clear
tattoo.
You can see all of your fucking face tattoos all on your arm.
These
Face
aren't-
tattoo.
I don't
Face
even have
tattoo on his
tattoos.
arm.
These are a birthmark.
Shut up.
Yo, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's fucking weird.
Fucking whatever.
I would
Anyway.
never get tattoos because I am a child of God. Inshallah.
That's
Dude,
a lie.
There's so many things that earlier conversations that we've had on this podcast that like literally like this today that I wanted to like expand on and talk about. And I keep forgetting them, but it's also awkward even if I do remember them to be like, hey, remember 20 minutes ago when we were talking about this thing?
Hey, we were talking about names a minute ago, and you never explained to me.
Oh yeah.
About Shelby.
We saw this meme one time. My wife and I saw this meme where it was like, yo, we should stop doing the whole like wife takes husband's name thing and do something way cooler, which is just combining last names. And then could you imagine generation after generation of having combination names and the kind of cool shit that would come out of it, you know?
You know, women,
There's actually-
they don't even have like last names of their own because
Well, they have
all
maiden
the
names.
that came before were the last name
Of the men. Yeah.
There's a-
this is a way to keep it original, you know?
Yeah,
Like
that would be cool though.
My name's Joe. My last name's Jones. Her last name's Boyd. We were gonna be Bones.
Wait, say your full name with bones though.
Wait,
Kendall, Michael,
both middle
Bice-
names?
Michael Bikel.
Oh yeah,
Michael,
Kendall,
Michael
yeah,
Bones.
Yeah, Kendall, Michael, Bones. Dude, that sounds awesome.
That's got to be your new stage name.
I'm gonna get a third middle name, and it's gonna be Bikel. That's my stage name, Bikel Bones.
Yeah. Welcome to the stage, Kendall Michael Bones.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I don't know. His name sounds legit though. Let's listen to him.
Michael Bikel.
Never met a guy named Bikel.
And dude, my memory
Like
is
I'm already laughing.
my memory is so awful that like you're actually gonna say that on stage and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about? And you're gonna be like, remember? And I'm gonna be like,
okay.
remember what? You just said a weird thing. That's not
like,
my
I know that
name.
that's
I'll probably
not
fuck
me.
it up and be like Kendall Bicycle Bikel Jones.
Bones. You didn't even say Bones. You just said Jones. I'm just gonna be.
Fluent.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be on stage and be like Kendall the bicycle, and I'm just gonna be like, why did you say that? And you're like, remember? Remember what?
I'm just gonna panic and be there. Next up to the stage, a bicycle.
I'm gonna be like, that's the weirdest fucking introduction ever. I am, for any of you wondering, I am not a bicycle.
Someone please get in contact with us if you have access to a
bicycle.
tricycle. Because you're definitely riding a tricycle on stage.
That is
As
definitely
soon as we have one.
that's my kind of humor too.
Yeah, and you're just gonna be like wheeling up, and you're gonna act like
Dude, I'll write a whole set on a trike. I'll write a whole set for just me just sitting on a trike.
How many wheels does a bicycle have?
Bye. It's 2.
No, a bicycle.
Oh, a bicycle? What?
however many you want, because it's my sickle.
What?
What? Dude, a bicycle would just it would be 0 wheels. I would just be floating in the air. Just imagine that, bro.
Just you floating in the air, but like in a bicycle position. It's like,
Yeah.
hop on.
I'm just like, welcome to my comedy set. This is real comedy, people. Why aren't you laughing?
I have a little mini John Deere tractor. I can bring that.
Close enough to a bicycle.
A tractor is just a bicycle with another bicycle and an engine in between it.
What's that?
What is that song? Is like?
Oh, dude.
Take a ride on my
You can take a ride on a big
little
green tractor. Little?
Because I have a little tractor.
That's projecting. Fucking, you know that I think you should
can
leave
go
sketch
slow,
with
and
the
all
alien
we go
that like sees a bike.
it's a motorcycle
Yeah.
without a motor.
Yeah, he's like, that's a nice motorcycle. And then he sees a fucking car. It's like, 2 motorcycles?
With a house in between.
Yeah, bro. Bro. Oh yeah, and then the bus comes by and he's like,
shoots off into space and comes back with more bikers.
You guys gotta see this. It's a bunch of fucking biker gang aliens, and they're just like, whoa!
Their minds just blown at all the vehicles.
Dude, that whole show is the premise that I start with when I write all of my
what
sets.
show is this?
I think you should leave.
Yeah, that's a good summation of like my sense of humor that I try to portray on stage.
You need to leave.
I
That's
remember
all that reminded me of. That's cool.
I remember the first time I heard of that show, I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and at this point we had like just met and started hanging out. I was at her house, and I was getting ready to go, and we like got distracted by a random conversation. We'd been talking for a little bit, and she's like, "Have you seen the show? I think you should leave." I was like, "Is that a real show or a hint?" She's like, "No, it's a real show." I was like, "You're not just fucking with me."
Have you seen the show
Use
Fuck
that.
Off, You're Creepy?
I'm gonna use that. That's great. I like that.
And then she was like, "No, seriously, watch this." And she showed me the door scene.
Yo.
And I fucking lost it.
I fucking love that. Dude, I love every like skit in that show, bro.
I do too, but
Man,
the
now I
door
feel
scene
like
and
I
the
need
hot
to-
dog one are my favorite.
Everyone's a banger, dude. The honk if you're horny is pretty good too.
Wait, so what is this on?
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's got this guy named Tim Robinson and a bunch of other people, and they do a bunch of skits that basically feel like confusing fever dreams.
Patty Harrison is on that show, and
I
she
love skit shows. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like
the Amanda Show. Amanda.
or like Whitest Kids You Know. Did you ever watch Whitest Kids You Know?
I did.
Got a
I
gallon of
probably did.
PCP.
I probably did at one point.
My favorite one of those was the real assassination of Abe Lincoln.
In Whitest Kids You Know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of I Think You Should Leave. I was like, I
Yeah.
did not remember that
No,
one.
where it turns out Abe Lincoln was just talking shit to some guy in the crowd,
Yeah.
and the guy came and beat him to death with a shoe.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my favorite
drew a
Whitest Kids You Know skit was the one. It was like they were making fun of Call of Duty, and like it was like them, like they were down there, and they're like, they were like, "The Bears, you're gonna go fucking, sneak around that side," and the kid was just standing, like, just not responding. He's like, "The Bears," and it was like them, like their headphones, and he's like, "Mom, pizza rolls."
I wasn't even there, Mom.
Oh yeah. He's like, "What? Kyle's a liar."
No.
I wasn't even there.
And then he starts like spinning around and
Yeah.
looking up at the sky while yelling.
Dude, that was my favorite one as a kid.
Fucking I always loved the gallon of PCP one just because it's so
Yeah.
fucking weird. So how have you been doing? Pretty good. Me and such got married. Oh really? She's with the kids. He's like, you have kids? Yeah, and just got my little gallon of PCP. I didn't quote that right, but whatever.
Yeah.
You get the general gist of it.
I don't think anyone can accurately quote a Whitest Kids You Know sketch.
You remember the Office Sniper one?
I was just thinking that one. That was one of my all-time favorites too.
Hey, what is that scene from, like, that guy in the movie theater where he's like, "Can I have your number?"
Can I have your number? Isn't that?
I think that's an old SNL one.
That's
or
Mad TV. It's Mad TV.
Yeah, it's Mad TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have your number? Can I have your number? I like that. Dude, I used to love Mad TV. That's where I know, like, so many comedians / like actors now. Like, I see now in, like, different comedies and movies and stuff. I'm like, bro, I remember when this dude was fucking
A noob.
not a noob, just on Mad TV, just doing like crazy fucking shit, bro.
Like Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee was one of my favorite. Oh, hot dog! I fucking love that shit.
Bobby Lee is hilarious too.
The I can't remember her name, but the chick who voices Lois. He looking like a man. She always played that like one old like Asian lady in that one skit.
I don't remember.
She voices Lois in Family Guy, but
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, she was in Mad TV.
I'm always surprised at how stacked the Family Guy cast is.
Bill.
Oh yeah, no,
Or,
and
what was his
Seth,
name?
whatever the fuck.
Seth Rogen.
No.
No, Seth MacFarlane. But
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane makes sense because he created
I
it.
meant Seth.
He he uses his like normal voice for Brian, and so anytime I see him in anything or like he's like in a movie or whatever, and he is just, I'm like, that's Brian Griffin. Like, if I'm not looking at it, I forget that I'm not watching Family Guy.
Yeah.
I've been watching a shit ton of American Dad, and I love when like comedy shows like that, because obviously they'll have like a semi-established like order of how things work. When they just do like mild things to like point out how ridiculous it is. Like how in every episode, Roger plays like 6 characters and they all just always go with it. And so there's one episode where Stan's like teaching a class and Roger comes in dressed as the parent of one of the kids and starts talking to him. And he's like, and who are, God damn it, who are you supposed to be? And it's like the only episode I saw in like the 2 days I was watching it where anyone addressed like, hey, Roger, I know that's you.
Yeah.
They do address it sometimes. It's kind of really weird and confusing.
They do it sometimes, but they do it so rarely that it makes it when they do it that much funnier.
Yeah. No, I like whenever it ties like certain ones together. Like, you know, the Roger doesn't know that like he shits gold.
Yeah.
And so like someone finds it behind a bush and then like it's like 3 different episodes where you find like this gold poop like just ruin a marriage and get someone murdered, and like some guy, I think he ends up killing himself over it because of job stuff. I don't know. He was about to, and he was like really bad at work and everything, and he was about to like go bankrupt or whatever, and then he found the Roger's
Golden poop.
and and then he's like, honey, we're rich. So, but yeah.
I like that. Another one of the ones where they like acknowledge that Roger does that was like Roger got Haley to do this like foosball or some type of like stupid like fucking kids game thing championship, and then she got like kidnapped by like the top foosball player or whatever it was. And she like him and her get kidnapped and they're in a basement like tied up with bags around their head, and they pull the bags off. He's like, we're in the lair of South Dakota Slim. Oh my God, here he comes. And it like Haley looks up the stairs and you just see Roger come down her roller skates and she's like, it's you. And he's like, just go with it. And she just, while like still like tied up in the chair, just like stands up and hobbles up the stairs like, I'm going home.
Sometimes I know that there was one episode where Roger was someone reoccurring in someone else's life and they never knew that it was Roger. Like I want to say it was Steve or Stan that like, I don't know, they fell in love or something, or I don't know. Like, and I was like, how does he not recognize that it's Roger this time?
All of Roger's like storylines are the most schizo shit I've ever seen. Like,
and he has speed, super speed too, right?
Yeah, like like in that one where he did that, he then like goes upstairs and like the character he's playing is like a child, and his mom's like, now you put back your dad's roller skates, and he's like, why? Dad's never gonna come home. He's been gone for 8 years. And she's like, you shut your mouth. Your father's coming home. He's like, no, he's not. I'm gonna go look for him, and rolls off, and then immediately comes back in a suit and is like, honey, I'm home. Where's my son? And she's like, oh baby, I'm so glad you're here. And I'm just like sitting there stoned on the couch like, who the fuck wrote this?
Dude, no, you know a weird one is whenever Haley gets a new boyfriend that looks exactly like Stan.
That does sound weird because that sounds like half the chicks I know in downtown.
No, they had to like switch, dude. They like switch places. Like Stan was pretending to be the boy, and and Haley is like, she doesn't know that it's Stan, and he's pretending to be him. And
I thought you just meant like she was dating someone that looked like her dad, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty normal.
That's
for
what
a
I
lot
thought.
Of chicks
it was like his stunt double for work at the CIA. But like, so Stan is just sitting there listening to his daughter going like, and then we're gonna doing it. I'm just like, this is the weirdest shit. Like, this is your dad. I don't know.
There was one episode where Stan's undercover and he's like, I need to hide the bugs somewhere where the terrorists won't notice it. But we're in a hotel room. He's gonna leave in 30 minutes. I have an idea. And he puts the like recorder in his mouth and then starts making out with the dude and shoves it down the guy's throat with his tongue, and the guy just like shoves him off. He's like, Did you just spit your tooth down my throat?
The best thing I could say about American Dad is that the guy who voices Klaus is the same guy who voices all the clone troopers in the Clone Wars.
What? Really? No, what?
Yeah.
What are you
That's
saying?
kind of a cool fact.
Yeah,
I didn't
look it
know
up.
that.
I'm more of a Star Wars nerd than a fucking American Dad nerd, so that's all I know about American
I'm
Dad.
not even an American Dad nerd. It's just what's been playing on my TV. I don't control what's on it 90% of the time.
Yeah, the guy who voices Klaus, he does a lot of really cool different voices, but he does like the voice for all the clone troopers in the show The Clone Wars and all other shows and movies and stuff like that too.
It's weird when you can like when you start to notice voice actors from like different works.
Oh, dude, I've been doing that since I was a kid. I'm like, yo, mommy, that's the guy who voices fucking Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
There usually aren't a whole lot that I can notice because a lot of people at least slightly change their voice, and I'm also very dumb.
I'm dumb. I'm very dumb.
I'm gay. But like I noticed, I've realized I noticed it with like some of the like anime voice actors because I always watch dubs because I can't read. As previously mentioned, I am dumb, and so like I'll hear like one person, I'll be like, oh, that dude does a voice in that other show, and then I'll watch a different show, I'll be like, it's the same guy again. And I'll watch a different show. I'm like, do they only have like 5 fucking voice actors for anime?
Well, there's a couple studios that they pretty much rotate through when they translate like different animes.
Dude.
Actually, you saying that just made me feel really stupid because now that I think about it, half the shows I'm thinking of where there's reoccurring voice actors are animated by the same studio.
Yeah. Yeah, they just rotate through like different either different studios or different actors and stuff like that. Like they just have contracts. And I really want to be a voice actor. That's why I just love, I know so much about voice acting.
I think it'd be really cool to be a voice actor. I just have no control over the tone of my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just mostly a monotone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talk with your arms. That's how we know how
Yes.
serious you are.
I mean, that's actually, that's better for voice acting because
Talk with my arms.
there's some things you can't mimic in your voice that without like physically acting it out at the same time. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It really helps. That's why if you watch like behind the scenes of like people voice acting and stuff like that, they're always super animated and fucking moving their arms and like get like acting, you know?
I always thought, so like usually when I think of like someone moving while like voice acting, I think of like a clip I saw of Robin Williams doing Genie from the Aladdin movies when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I always just thought he moved around like that because it's cocaine.
Well, that too, but also, no, it actually really helps. Like
Cocaine?
well, yeah, that. Yeah, a lot of voice actors do cocaine. No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. But Robin Williams did.
Tear.
That's the lesson you should learn today.
Tear.
I mean, it looks like we're about at the end, so I think that's a good takeaway for today. The lesson you should have learned is that Robin Williams did cocaine.
Yeah, if you didn't know before, now if you don't know, now you know. Trent.
Have a wonderful night. Goodbye.
Adios.
This program was made possible by viewers like you. To help continue supporting this very serious program, please like, share, and subscribe.